fun.
I just wanna run, hide it away, run because they're chasing me down. I just wanna run, throw it away,
We should
run
be
before
live.
they're finding me out. I just wanna run. I just wanna run. I'm out here all alone. I try to call your house, can't reach you on the phone. I'll gather up the nerve, I'm packing up my bag. It's more than you deserve, don't treat me like a drag. I'm feeling like I keep on talking, I'm repeating myself, my words lost all meaning. I keep talking, I repeat myself. I just wanna run, hide it away.
So we got
Run because they're chasing me down. I just wanna run, throw it away, run before they're finding me out.
But a move like
I just
this
wanna run,
now over the
I
all-time
just
high.
wanna run, like a
Well,
game
really
of
close.
chess. I
227
predict your
all-time
move, I
high.
think I know you
A
better,
move over
better
that,
than you do.
my
I'm
opinion,
sick of
what I'm
feeling
looking at
cheap,
here is
cheated and abused,
60.
sick of losing sleep, thinking about you. I'm feeling like I keep on talking, I'm repeating
But honestly, I
myself,
would-
my
most
words
ideally, what's the
lost
easiest thing to play here
I
is if you
keep
get a nice
talking,
integration.
I
Back to
repeat
probably like 198 or
myself.
193 where
I
there's like
just
EMA.
wanna
Like,
run,
you
hide
get
it
shot
away,
sideways, where you just
run
like,
because they're chasing me down.
that's not really what I
I just
would
wanna run, throw it away, run before they
What I'm watching
find
here is
me
the short medal
out.
last week.
I
and that
just
was the
wanna run, I
so
just
I'll be
wanna
looking
run,
at it to come back to like
throw it away.
692 is the next level I would be watching for. This is fun because of the level. And this is really pretty bearish
I just wanna
setup, you
run,
know.
hide it
NVIDIA
away,
on these technicals
because
here
they're
also looks
chasing me
pretty bearish.
down.
So like we've
I
broke the
just
EMA
wanna
convergence
run,
to
throw
65
it away,
and
run
under
before finding
183.92
me
I think is
out.
like an early entry before confirmation comes. But that's where I would be interested in trying out a short and just seeing how it feels. Even a short is actually all the way down at
I just wanna
172.
run, hide it away, run because they're chasing me down. I just wanna run, throw it away,
But
run before
as
they're
far as
finding me
there's all
out.
kinds of setups.
I just wanna run.
We have ads, SCI, LY, all has really good SCI has a really nice gap to go above.
I just wanna run.
Yeah, so we're looking for like the really easy move to like 156 of that pre-market high. So I'll be kind of keeping an eye on this one and looking for an extension. My favorite setup though is Oscar. Really beautiful cup of handle. About to do this work on the daily, and RSI looks really good. So I want to see. Honestly, this is probably easiest over the all-time high.
Tell me you need me.
Yeah, clear move.
Never ever go think about wanting to leave me. Your Aphrodite.
Clear move over that. This
Tell me what's
IPO.
into your Aphrodite, pushing me from above. Take a seat upon Olympus. I'd do anything for you.
I am already. And I am. Kind of like a side watch for me is NVIDIA. I have an alert here set. Almost under yesterday's low.
Time, feel your chest rise. You're all I desire. You're like a goddess in the skies. I'm drowning slowly in your eyes.
regrets. Cause I defy your stars and I won't worship Mars. If it's a war they want, I'll disappoint because you're my only God. We don't fight, we love, I'm a stars above. Cause I won't give up.
I really like
Tell me every single thing you need from me. I'd do anything for you, my deity. Your wish is my command and I'm your slave. You see, give me my sin again. You are my queen. You're like a goddess in the sky. I'm drowning slowly in your eyes. It's like you kill me by design. You're all I desire.
Probably actually I was now I'm starting That's great. That's great confirmation.
Heart beats
We're looking for the
time.
reverse.
Feel
The whole reason this is
chance rise. You're all I desire. You're like a goddess in the sky. I'm drowning slowly in your eyes. It's like you kill me by design. You're all I desire. Like a goddess in the sky. I'm drowning slowly in your eyes. I can cross the great divide.
peak, and then it finds more highs. Like these huge momentum breakouts are usually buys because it usually means we're going higher. And then once it breaks that new high, but momentum doesn't give confirmation, it has to do a period of consolidation.
I flew too close to the sun, fell back to earth like a
So
stone.
that's kind of what SPY also looks like to me.
I got too high on
People are
myself, too
saying
young and
it's
stupid to
bullish,
tell.
but even with the gap up
I was bound to make a mess of things, mixing fireworks and
it'll be really
gasoline. Never meant to make you fall with me.
that's what I see here on SPY. So I'm looking for us to kind
I've been
of
caught
clear
you
out.
in your heart again. I guess you bury me out. No hesitation,
Most aggressive is kind of SPY. But it's totally possible we just come to like this,
At the end of the lifeline, the catch of a lifetime.
5% double.
Oh, we were destined for danger, familiar strangers.
But
We were bound to make a mess of things, mixing fireworks and gasoline. Never meant to make you fall with
Very
me. I let you down. I've been clumsy with your heart again. I guess you bury me out. Now here's a taste of my own medicine. And for all this pain that I can't explain, there's a black flag waving at night. Don't know I let you down. I've been clumsy with your heart again. Turn the desert out to glass, dropping bombs on futures past. Nothing left for us, shadows dancing in the ash. Turn the desert out to glass, dropping bombs on futures past. Nothing left for us, shadows dancing in the ash. Turn the desert out to glass, dropping bombs on futures past. Nothing left for us, shadows dancing in the ash. Turn the desert out to glass, dropping bombs on futures past. Nothing left. I let you down. I've been clumsy with your heart again. I guess you figured me out. Now here's a taste of my own medicine. And for all this pain that I can't explain, there's a black flag waving at night. Don't know I let you down.
Goldman said, I have been playing music this whole time. I have been playing music the whole time. How loud was that music? Was that bad? Was that loud? How loud was that? Whoops. YouTube's gonna get mad at me. I'm gonna get flagged for that. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me talk. I have no clue how loud that music was. But some music in the morning is vital for my morning routine. So I'm gonna put a headphone in and I'm gonna play some tunes. I believe the chat. I believe people can type in the chat on. Okay, background music is too loud. We barely hear you. All right, my bad, bro. Yep. Okay. Yep. So the chat does work, and I am an idiot. My bad. My bad. I'm so used to the music. I don't even know it was playing. So let's turn that off and kind of do a quick run through of everything I said so far. We still got 22 minutes until the open. All right. Downside. Favorite downside plays. Meta, Netflix, Palantir. All of these have similar trend line breaks that were played. And so we're looking for these on continuation. The key difference is for Palantir, most ideally we get a back test of this trend line and then a plummet from there. Same on Netflix. Ideally, this is easiest to chase. I mean, you got one right here too that's kind of forming. So if this breaks, you could kind of perceive this as like a bear flag kind of forming, and you're looking, that could be the break that you look for the downside. Totally reasonable idea there, but Palantir I think is most ideal if it could come out back test this and then fail. I really like that short setup. And as for Meta, we're going to be a little bit slower on this one because I do already have positions that I swung. We've been shorting this one for a while. If you watched the KT live stream, we called the initial break here and we played this down plummet, and then I actually stayed short past my stop, which was right here about 725. That gap and then plummet through, though, was beautiful, and we sized up into that actually on I don't know if that was Thursday or Friday. That was Friday. It was really beautiful. So upside, there's a lot, honestly. SMCI, GFS I think is really interesting. It's not really on anyone's radar, and this is like a really nice back test of this breakout in the pre-market. So if this could get a nice move to the upside, it might be something I want to chase. Mobileye broke out of some consolidation here. This is an alert that I've had for a really long time, and we got a really nice pop this morning. So I kind of want to see if we want to back test the prior day's highs and then get a nice pop to the upside. That's really good. SMCI has a gap that it wants to fill to about 56 or 58. So that'll be interesting for, I'd say, a smaller setup, honestly. I feel like these are things like AMD are running a bit hot. If you're a scalper, I would definitely be watching for a move you can scalp off the open that kind of taps the all-time high. And if you get follow through the all-time high, that is a nice setup. The setup is actually stronger at that higher price. Oscar is one of my favorite setups right now. You've got this really nice cup and handle that's already kind of breaking out. This play gets a lot easier over 23.85 here, but I'm already in it. I actually already have a swing position here, and I'll actually be looking for some weeklies to add as well. So that's why we still have it on like our main focus list here this morning. The big thing for the broader market right here is if the music was too loud, what I was talking about is the idea of like getting momentum to confirm the new highs. So we see this all the time where things get really overbought and you buy that because it usually means we're going higher. This is very simplistic, right? But the thing people kind of forget to watch is like when we are making new highs, but momentum isn't giving confirmations on longer time frames. Okay, so like one of my favorite strategies is actually the opposite of this. If I'm on a 15-minute chart, something looks very bullish, and I see a divergence like this, where the stock's making new highs, but the RSI isn't confirming, that is known as a bullish divergence. Now, it's never a qualifier to enter a trade, but it can be great reinforcements actually for an extension. But on higher time frames, it's actually the opposite. If RSI is not giving confirmations as markets hit new highs, then it likely means you're going to go for a major retracement. And that's what we actually saw from Ethereum. It did that. It went all the way to, in the 30s for an RSI, hit oversold, came right back and actually tested. What's happening on a longer time frame here is we came back and we tested this massive wedge and we got reinforcement. Now we're breaking out of that channel of resistance and we're getting continuation to the upside. This is really strong price action from Ethereum. So we're long on ETHA and we're long on BMNR. I still, even though that this is giving confirmation, like on Sunday, I told Discord members, I don't really like this yet. We got the test through the trend line here, and then we gave it up on Sunday. But this morning, it does look a lot better from Ethereum. So we'll see what it can do from here. Now, Bitcoin, on the other hand, looks awful in my opinion. This is probably the weakest all-time high breakout we've ever had on Bitcoin, in my opinion, at least for the technicals that I view. So I'm really not apt to chase this. I'm owner of Bitcoin. I have been for a very long time. If you guys follow me at the lows in 2022, I clipped up a bunch of Warren Buffett clips about being greedy when others are fearful, and then a bunch of all the major YouTubers that were saying I sold all my stocks, I sold all my crypto. That video I made on YouTube got like 26,000 views, which is really big for me, and I was just poking fun at everyone for selling at the lows. So I still hold from then because that was when I took my major position. And I'm not really looking to do too much here. I'm not trying to get fancy with it. Other notable names that people probably want to know about. By the way, if you want me to look at a chart, the chat is on for the live stream. Now I can hear you. Okay, cool. The chat is on for the live stream. And I think X will notify me if you guys post a ticker or something you want me to look at. I'll look at it. Tesla had a really great recovery. So if Tesla breaks under Friday's lows, it's actually a really great short setup in my opinion. So it's kind of like a side watch for me. I will say that you got 1, 2, 3 touches on this 446 and it moved through that. We kind of see all of our historical information here is breakouts from there, get good reactions. So that's going to be an interesting level for a re-entry into some longs, in my opinion. However, if you do break this 415, that's kind of where I get in. Everything in between is pretty much a no game for me. So that's why it's just a side watch. There's a very wide range here that I'm not too apt to enter into that noise without some sort of clear catalyst. I believe there's news going out for Tesla on Tuesday, and maybe that gives us an interesting opportunity. Amazon, same thing, really wide range, not much alpha, not much signals from there. This was a really good short for the past 2 weeks for me, but it looks like we've kind of played it out and support has come in. If we do kind of break below 211, and that'll probably be a break of this EMA support, it might be appealing for me. However, if that does happen, likely I'll already be short on the indexes, and so I won't chase it. I usually just like to play broad indexes to the downside, and then I like individual names to the upside. Now, indexers aren't confirming, but things like Meta are giving clear breakdowns. So that's when I'll kind of break that rule. Because as most of you know, I've been getting made fun of on socials for being short on the indexes. Because most bears have just given up, which for me is extremely bearish. Usually, all the bears give up, and then we send the shit down. So that is definitely something I'm watching. I don't think I grabbed my coffee. Give me a second. I gotta get my espresso. Let's see. We got any comments? Oh my gosh, there's spam bots on Kick now. Nice. That's what Kick needed. So someone asked about the course. Look for that later in the week. I have written what I think is probably the most comprehensive course on the internet for trading. And it's basically a huge dump of everything I know. And some of you guys are financial advisors or whatever. You've taken your 65 or you've taken your Series 7 or you've taken the CFA exams. I'm not licensed. I used to be licensed. I've written this very similar to the constructions of those. Like if you're going through your ADP banker, even if you're like insurance exams, you kind of know the format of that. Separated into modules, followed by quizzes, and then a final exam at the end. If you pass the final exam, and it's all free, by the way, it probably won't work. Everyone tells me I gotta charge something for it. Honestly, I don't really want to. I think education should be free. But if it sucks and no one uses it, I know that putting a price tag on it will actually attract more people and get people to take it. But for now, I'm going to do it free. I'm going to fight what is probably the market forces that are stronger. But if you pass it, you'll get an email certification of MBT Trader, and we'll give you, I don't know, we'll give you a month. Maybe we'll give a few months free access to our services. So maybe I give a free month and then also a discount code. I don't know. I want to give big rewards for people putting in effort though, and learning that stuff. So that what's in there. What's going to be in there is all the fundamentals I know, understanding of market forces, how dealers make money, how they operate, how do they hedge, what's a gamma squeeze, what are the option Greeks, and not just the first order Greeks, but also the third order Greeks. How do we analyze charm and over like long time periods? What does it mean? The change in volatility. How do you identify good entries to sell options to the market as well? So there's going to be all the buy side strategies and sell side strategies that we use in great detail with examples. Then you're going to be quizzed on your knowledge of those, how well you identify them, as well as with the basics of the understanding of the market. There's going to be stuff in there about how to read balance sheets, how to identify moats, how to understand these greater market forces so that your foundation of knowledge makes you a well diversified trader. Okay, not just knowing the technicals, but also not just knowing the fundamentals and understanding where those two bridge. to create a well-rounded base, knowledge base. So it's taking about 4 months to put it together, and look for me to post about that later this week. It already is fully functional, and I have a few select people taking it right now. So far, there's some complaints about the questions. If you guys have taken your series exams or you've taken like insurance exams, the questions are sometimes intentionally confusing. But I did that intentionally because I want to make sure people really, really know the information, so that if someone did try to confuse you, you know it well enough that it's not gonna phase you. So we've got 8 minutes until the open. I think one of the names I didn't talk about, by the way, that we have a position on. I didn't mention MJ, but MJ looks really good. Costco is testing this trend line, and that as a continuation is kind of a side watch for me. It's not a main watch. But this is pretty interesting. I might even just adjust this and then reset the alert there. Adobe has a really nice short setup. If it breaks this, you've got this inverted like cup and handle setup here. It's kind of making a miniature one here too. This is kind of like the opposite of what Coinbase had a few months ago, or earlier this year. I don't remember exactly when we hit this, but this was probably one of the most bullish setups I've ever seen. Earlier this year, we hit that one hard, really hard. But what looks, I do have a position in Angel Studios, and that's doing well. But RR is, we've been hitting this one really hard, and I'm looking for 8, and we've got a really nice gap up. So on the open, I'm gonna be watching Meta really closely. Let's take this to the 5-minute chart, and I probably should focus RR over Netflix. Let me see if there's any questions on the Discord. AMD starting to rally too much, says Abraham. Let's set that alert there so I don't miss it, and then let's actually get an AMD up here. This 15-minute EMA is doing a really good job of catching up with AMD. Yeah, I just don't like the gap here. If this gets a big move to the upside off the open, I'll just say I missed it, and I'll just look for other opportunities. Really nice back test from Meta there. This is a pretty nice pullback from GFS that I like. That's kind of more of the opening setup I like. We come back test the CMA before the open. I need to look here. So we have a 35 delta on RR. So I'm probably gonna be up like 60-70% on those. So I'm gonna take some partials on these at the open. Let's just watch the 65-minute for Palantir. I don't want that to be too sensitive because I don't want to front run that back test. That's what we're watching there. By the way, I asked people what to vote on if I should be sharing my screen because we have a small account. I don't mind sharing this small account, like capital and allocations and how I roll trades in real time. I don't mind sharing that, but people voted on me sharing Trading View. So if viewers right now you want to veto that, my mouse just died. That's wonderful. Glad I didn't do it off the open. If you want to veto that and you'd rather see Trading View, we can do that. I won't share my main account, but I'll share the small account. I like that move off Oscar. You know, I need to add to Oscar this morning. I like that a lot. I'm very upset that Meta's moving this much. I did not want Meta to do that. I'm super curious how much Abe's gonna make this morning. If you're from the Discord, let's see how much Abe makes. And anyone who followed him into that AMD trade, you're gonna can print money this morning. If you followed Abe into that trade, you take profits on that, and then you do as little as possible today. All right, don't let your emotions are gonna be through the roof. So take a chill pill this morning. Keep that money and wait till you reach a baseline. Last thing you want to do as a trader is so many traders, they get massive wins like this one and they just hit this euphoric and they feel invincible and then they give it all back to the market. So don't do that. Bro, my mouse keeps messing up. GFSS. That's what you want to see. Wow, Meta's just blowing through. I'm gonna keep my Meta puts. We're just in rolls, so we're playing all with profits on Meta, and it's printing. Palantir giving that back test I want. I'm trying to take partials here on RR. I'm not looking to sell all of it. Holy crap. I'm gonna close BM&R here. I can't get a good exit on RR. And actually, I don't even want to sell this. This is doing a nice back test there. Fuck, I didn't screenshot that fast enough. Dude. Bro, why does this mouse keep dying? That's an interesting pullback. Oh, SYM. So it's kind of back testing that move. By the way, the next meta key level is 692, and that's probably where I do close. But right now I'm letting it do its thing. All right, RR partial sold. Nice 45% there. We're up 80% on meta puts. I'm letting Oscar back test some. I really like that Oscar is actually getting a bit of a pullback here. That is most ideal. Because it gives me more entries. SIM looks really good right here. That's a major key level break. All right, I think I fixed my dumb mouse. Watch this pull back on AMD. So a turn from here is possible. Let's watch the 15-minute. Let's update them on positions. I closed BMNR, but I still have ETHA. So we're back testing. This is where we could possibly get a bounce from AMD. A nice turn off 214. We break that. I'm looking for 204. That's the 618. That's what's messing me up on this one. We're up 110% on the meta puts right here. SPY broke the pre-market. So this is where you kind of hunt for a gap fill. We need to watch the 15-minute here. It looks good, actually. Looks really good, actually. I know you guys are clever. You're gonna try to zoom in and see my main account info. And that's the last thing I need. We're $3 from Target on Meta here. Up 120%. I'm good to just close here. I like selling into all this weakness. Yeah, got a really good exit. Got a really easy, good exit that I don't have to chase. I'm happy. Massive plays on meta. Wow. That was a really nice win. Ah, the BMNR spike. My other account, I didn't get an exit there. It looks fine though. It defended the pre-market, so we'll sit on it. What was there before BMNR? I gotta drink more coffee. If Oscar can defend this breakdown, I'll make a play there. I'm gonna keep BMNR there. SYM is just too hot right here. I can't chase this. I missed that. I missed that opening drive. That's a really nice triangle breakout. By the way, like just drives right through the pre-market resistance right there, and that's your entry. But here, I review it tomorrow, or look for an intraday setup around noon. See what it looks like then. Let's get SMCI back up though and watch the 5-minute chart. So this looks pretty good for an entry, honestly. That's not half bad. It's overbought, so I might give a pullback here for a bit. Maybe test this pre-market structure. So that's an Ethereum notification for me actually that we are confirming the breakout from the trend line. So beautiful there. So I need to add to my ETHA positions because I'm getting the confirmations. Oh, that was a terrible entry. Well, that's fine. I'll just buy more. I'm buying some 52 calls on ETHA for January. There's nothing magical about that strike. It's just a 25 delta, and that's what I like for swings. Yeah, BMR looks great. Now we're getting great follow through, so that's cool. My Ethereum weeklies are in the money now. So now that we got some swings set up, I'll probably unload these in the money contracts. Let's take profits there. BM&R gets best over. So that really you want the breakout of this wedge, and it's testing the upper band right now. So I have an alert over 63.46. But watch this. Cause I imagine this thing could do something crazy. Like $100 on a breakout through here. The 2 days actually already bearish. I wonder if the daily's trying to flip here because it was bearish. Like the alignment wasn't good on it at all. It's not flipping. Costco just broke Oh, it didn't just break that. Thanks, Trading View. Thanks for that late notification. I love that. That's so helpful. You guys are doing God's work with your freaking coding. God, Trading View sucks. So from here, you need to watch this. Oh my gosh, it's a good setup. Meta's at target. The 692 is here. SPY is breaking down. Palantir is back testing the support. So this is what bears want to see is this support turn into resistance. And from there, that is a big entry for a short position for me. That's really big. Like so far this morning, I'm just managing positions I currently have, and I'm doing the least right now. There's a pretty wild moves, honestly, off the open here. That's aggressive denial on Ethereum there. And it's doing monkey business with BM&R. These expire at the end of the week. It's not really a great exit, but it's a tempting exit. So this is where a divergence can be bullish, though. Because we got a nice breakout. Show me the 5-minute. I'm gonna sit in that. I think that looks fine. SPY is still looking to fill the gap here. I still haven't bought more puts. Oscar's starting to defend this a bit. SMCI is getting a nice move, but I can't chase a move like that. I want a back test. You could try some end of week Nvidia, some 190s. Now this is starting to improve a little bit. The trade I actually want is a break of the pre-market lows, and I want to short it. But I'm not front running anything right now. Meta's too oversold for me to roll it. I want it to come back, test like 700 again. Oscar's defending. We got the first 15 minutes. So your 15-minute orb on SPY is set up here. So some weekly puts on a good confirmation of that low break are on the table from here. All right, let's zoom in now on Palantir. Now this is starting to set up here. Not great alignment from Mobileye, but we could take our entry down now. $65 also kind of giving it up. Let me set an alert here. If it wants to do like a full back test and then pop. The thing is, we've done a 50% retracement of the gap up. And that's where it could start to shape up a bit. If you took that NVIDIA call, you're up nicely here. My bearish bias is making me hesitant on playing the upside, even though I see that it's a nice set, long setup there. Oscar not giving good defense. We're still up on our Oscar calls. That's a nice double bottom on AMD. Triple bottom. No entry yet. Patience, patience, patience. All right, this is probably where I test out a Palantir short. Let's start looking at these. I like this thing getting overbought without breaking that. Let's test out I'm gonna test out a real small position. I'm in the 165s for the 17th. Meta back tested bearish EMA on the 5 minute, and it's getting a denial so far. Meta defending so far. All right, Netflix rather. I don't think Netflix holds that, by the way. From the look at the not look good at all. All right, I set up a small starter. Oh, our bot is not working. Why is that? Great, now I gotta type all this shit out. NVIDIA failed that breakout. That's not good. I'd stop that at break even, which you're probably close to right here. Oh, LLY looks really good here. Actually looks so good here. Let's look at our heat map. Mobileye is getting a really nice bounce. Let's look at that one. All right, so for AMD here now, I look for 204. Let's get Mobileye here. Let's look at liquidity's not amazing. Man, this thing is really under the radar, huh? RR looking good. RR looking so good. To defend that back test and get a bounce like that, $8 totally on the table. We're making a lot of money this morning. We're not doing much. And that's a great position to be in. I almost want to reset the alert here because I just don't. That looks like it's failing. I want more. I want confirmation here, and I'm not getting it. BMR getting so much resistance. I'll tell you what, I'll lock in the rest of my BM&R profits. Sorry. And then we'll roll with the profits just in case we get the breakout. I mean, this might seem crazy, but it's not as crazy as it seems. I'm gonna roll with profits into the 172. Weeklies, end of the week. And I should probably just buy some of those in the small account too, honestly. Depends. How much should I make here? Because that's gonna control how much I spend. So the small account, I'm just gonna buy one. That's 50% of our profits. Spy broke previous low. Still trying to trap here though. Doesn't look great. For an entry, 15-minute will tell me more. 15-minute. So that does look good. So that BMR roll could probably be a regular position because actually that looks freaking beautiful right there. On the weekly, that looks like it's breaking up, but it's not. Not yet. I need to get this as tight as possible. Honestly, that's your. But if this gets that breakout, that move should be massive off that wedge breakout. It's weird, man. This market's weird right now. Because this is a clean bearish setup, but there's plenty of stuff that still looks bullish, honestly. All the indexes weak here. Intel probably wants 40. Him's holding on by a thread. Let's swap this chart over. That's a really, really good plunge on Axon. This one's probably an A short setup under 265. Like you break this level and there's not a lot of support underneath there until you get to like 600. I've been eyeing this one like crazy and it's been an absolute chop fest. But I'm watching this level like a hawk. I do not want to miss this move. If we get this breakdown here, it's a really good setup. I don't want to add to Oscar yet. I will probably try some. I mean, AMD got really close to that 618, man. And it's reset. It's probably reset this RSI enough. Still trying to do as little as possible here. Very noisy open so far. Scalper's dream. I need Oscar to reclaim yesterday's highs. We'll set an alert, make sure we don't miss that. Make sure we're not distracted by something else. And that's what I'm going to start ripping some positions here. Looks like Meta's doing a solid recovery here. So let's watch NVIDIA. It bounced off the EMA support. I don't think that call out ever went red. So you should still be in those. All right. All right. I bought some spy puts for the 17th. And I'm not buying more Oscar until let's watch this ETHA. That's going to be a closer resemblance of what Ethereum's doing. So that looks amazing. I'm gonna buy more ETHA calls. I'm putting this on a small account. In the small account, I bought the 60s for January. I'm gonna let those cook. So the Palantir short position, our small starter, is starting to fail here. But not yet. We don't cut quite yet. We stay patient with it. Let me look at the streams. I don't see any questions on X. Am I watching the right thing? If I click this, what's it do? It just lets me edit the stream? That's not what I want to do. Hey Ralph, yeah, Ralph, we're gonna launch a course on there's an educational playlist on YouTube. So you can watch that. But it's slightly outdated. It's still fine with slightly outdated. If I remade it today, I would add more stuff. But we'll be launching a full course on our website later this week. We have beta testers to make sure the website's not bugged, and just to get feedback on the questions and construction of it. The thing I'm most concerned about is the flow of it. I really want that course to be advanced enough that even if you are a trader, there's probably still things you can learn, but basic enough that if you know nothing, you don't even know like what to download to train, like you can still take it. So that's a really, really, really difficult to fulfill all those goals. Maybe even a mistake to try and do both. But my entrepreneurial spirit is totally okay with learning and adjusting. So if people hate it, I'll just change it. I don't know until I try, honestly. Okay, Oscar. Okay, Oscar. I see you, and I like you. I like what you're doing here. Looking good, champ. I want to add some October 17th for Oscar. And then I want. The bot's not working. Where is my developer, dude? Ace is great. Never mind. I don't mean to talk shit on him. But how is this not back up yet? For those confused on what I'm talking about, the way we operate at MBT is we use Schwab's API to share all our trades in real time, so I don't have to type anything out. It takes like 1 second for the a bot to post it straight from my main account. So when I take a trade, it's instantly updates. And then that same data chain is used to update all of our performance tracker. And then the whole code that's used to write both the tracking bot and the performance tracker is also on GitHub if anyone else runs their own Discord in there. And they want to try to match my transparency, because I doubt there's a lot. You know, everyone loves to talk shit. No one likes to do all the extra shit we do to be as transparent as possible. And it's you know, when you take away the ability to type shit out and only share what you want to share, it gives you ultimate accountability, and there's not a lot of people who run trading groups who are willing to take that leap. But you know, not everyone could be as awesome as me. I'm being a little facetious, obviously. Man, that BMNR roll is up 50% here, but I let the shit cook. I'm not really looking to take a small win there. Palantir still looks fine here. We're getting the denial, which is exactly what we want to see. Now we got this Oscar set up. I'm going to be patient with it. Abraham likes PALL right here. Oh, this is Palladium. Wow. That does look good. Oh my gosh, there's nothing here for me. What did you? This there's a play here, obviously. I mean, obviously, this is a great triple top that's breaking out. But there's like there's some volume for the 120s, but I don't want to buy a 51 delta for a swing. I wonder. I might play this in the small account since really you can't play big here. It's easiest with shares here, but I'll tell you what. In the small account, I'll buy some 130s for the 17th if I can get a decent entry. All right, and he got a fill. It wasn't great though. I paid 118. A buck 18. We don't have the bot set up for the small account, so I literally just screenshot the trade and share that for the record, if anyone was curious. Our Axon puts are up 30% today. And I have a good amount in it. Palantir is getting the denial we want to see. This one's starting to print now. We need to break that 15-minute EMA support, and then I'll add with size. Because right now, this still looks bullish. On the day. On the day. The trend is bearish. But on the day, it still looks bullish. So it can still break out. And a breakthrough here is a cut. Look at AMD pull all the way back here, man. This is why I didn't want to touch this thing this morning, because this stock is, I don't know. We have lots of traders in the Discord that love AMD, make a ton of money with AMD. I swear, if I touch AMD with anything but swings and shares, and I try to intraday trade it, I get bodied. Not great experience. I will take it off the 204 if it can tap that and turn. Turn is essential. I'm not gonna just take it just because it hit the level. I want to see a good turn off of that. The SPY is still bearish here. Everyone making money this morning? God, we're up big in all accounts. And we've done almost nothing. BMR probably has the highest potential of all the setups we have right now. I mean, I wouldn't discount Oscar, but honestly, it's easiest when it gets like above 24 or 25. But if you break that wedge on BMNR, like this is a massive play. If this pans out, this is massive play. It'll go like straight to 80, and I'd be hunting for 100. I'm getting an alert on ALB. This turd sandwich. How annoying. This pullback was brutal for me. But that's a setup. That's a buy, so let's look at that one. I could buy in a week here. Let's look at short time frames. See how hot it is. It's fine. It's not even that hot. So it's a pretty good breakout. It should give good follow through. So I'm gonna buy a 25 delta here. Closest I got's at the 97. I wonder if I can do this. Ah, that's what I'll do. I need to share this as a swing idea. Oscar's a great swing idea here. Oh, I already did that. I just double shared it. Whoops. By the way, it's probably a good time to advertise. We're gonna do a free week. Actually, let me share before I share this. Let's post a link to join because I won't be live streaming tomorrow, but we will do a free week. So you won't have to sign up for anything. All you gotta do is be a member of the Discord, and we'll have all the channels unlocked. Probably for the whole week. Probably a free week. Free. I don't know how long we'll do it for, but I'm gonna open up everything up tomorrow. I posted a link to join. And then one of our projects, we have a partnership with a AI startup company who trained their bot off of my data, so off my brokerage data for my trading. So this thing scans the market, and then rates its setups. So it's in the beta. So right now it's like a massive data upload. But it scans the entire market and then kind of gives like its top 10 ideas every morning. So this is still in a big, it also has some features. You could ask it for like recent news and stuff like that. But the big thing that we're looking to do is one, it's already making money. So it's been pretty good. And by the way, right now it has a massive bullish bias. And we wanted to get to a point where you can literally ask it, like, why do you like this position? What, and talk to it, and it will tell you why it's doing what it's doing and why it likes what it likes. So it's been doing really well. We just released it last Friday, put it in a live state so people can see what it's doing and how it thinks and what it likes. But it's an ongoing experiment right now that's so far been successful. It's actually been operational for 2.5 months and it's been making money. And it only trades shares at the moment, but we are trading it on options. And so that's like an ongoing process right now. But it knows all our strategies. It's a massive code project. The whole trade bot is like, it's something like 300,000 characters of code. So yeah, the founder Trey's been working really hard. The guy works like day and night. So it's been a cool partnership. It's been a really fun experiment. So come check it out. if you want. Later this week. BMR looking good here. Palantir doing what I want to do. Oscar looks fine. Mobilize failing. There's nothing there. We've got a full back test of the bearish EMA on Costco. Let's get this up. I've made some good money on a Costco shorts, but as bearish as I am on the market overall, I'm not gonna lie, I have a massive bullish bias in Costco. I mean, this thing honestly has all the bearish confirmations you'd possibly want. It really does. What's this at 900? It's not even that expensive to try a short here. And I could come in right here with a real tight stop too. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try some puts here. The stop is gonna be over the support line. I like this because if it fails, it's not it's not a bad loss at all. A Lab's doing well. I need to get A Lab up here. I don't think I need to keep a very close eye on BMR. I'm just gonna let that play out. A Lab getting great follow through here. Good entry there. We're up 12%. At 20, I might take some partials. Oscar looking good now here. Palantir doing what I wanted to do. Needs to give up the CMA though, so this is where I can bounce. I need this to fail. For SPY, I want that to fail, or that's going to be a cut. Shit. Did my alert go off and I missed it? I had an alert here. Microsoft's actually a buy. Over that high a day. I'm actually glad I missed this one though, because still, I actually might have to move this to 525 because it looks like slop here. I don't like that as a buy. I am watching this trend line on Google for a short too. Can't front run it because the 15-minute looks fine. Bro, and look, it didn't go, it's not even crossing this trend line, but TradingView has the alert ping. If anyone knows a fix for just how shit TradingView's alert system is, let me know. If there's a program I can write that kind of nullifies the issues, or because honestly, it's mostly fine, it's usable, but like, why is that going off? It's so trash, man. If AMD can reclaim 215 or if it can get a turn off 204, it's an entry. If you guys have seen me shaking my head randomly, this just occurred to me. If you see me shaking my head randomly, it's these headphones, the new Apple Pros. You can like shake your head to not answer phone calls or answer questions. You can like shake a yes or no. It's a pretty dope feature, not gonna lie. To not even have to say no or yes. Costco failing like you want it to. I don't think you could touch this until it breaks the all-time high. And I'm not even positive it's going to. Apple above the all-time high puts me in a position to hunt for this 278. What I write up here? That's from an old class. Not anything I can front run. Meta's still bouncing. It failed its bearish EMA, which is what you want to see. If you want to scalp it, you can take a scalp and you can try to hunt for a break of the low a day. You break that low now. Actually, it bounced like right off an old key level we had. But if you break that, you hunt for 678. Yeah, that's your double bottom there that I found. That shit is triple bottom. If you break that, where buyers have stepped up a lot there. Yeah, it's pretty much a straight shot to 678. Let me make sure I got an alert here. I've made so much money here, I'm not really looking to give it back. So there's probably an entry right here for a short with these pretty big denials. Those are pretty bearish candles too. Um, probably just wait for the 691 break and then just use a portion of profits to hunt. I would buy the 680s. Same mode of operation. You know, I took a before target because I wanted to sell into all the weakness. It gets really easy entries. If when I'm unloading profits, if I can sell the ask and it gets filled right away, I was probably too early. But if I can get an easy entry near the ask, exit near the ask, then I'm usually feel really good about it. But I'm almost always selling before targets, just to make sure my exits are as easy as possible. I like selling into the liquidity, especially for larger positions. You know, trying to like squeeze out the extra few percent is not worth it when you're in a position where it's then running against you, or you only get a partial fill and you're fucking struggling with it. Like I just like to avoid all of that. All right, it's past 9:30, and that's when we're supposed to stop these streams. I will do these more regularly now. Now that we, all my free time has been spent on working on the new website. But since that's mostly done, I'll go back to regular live streams and also the free daily newsletter. So if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, go subscribe to the newsletter because it's been like the twice a week newsletter while I've been working on all these side projects and working with the team on like the Talos AI bot and stuff. But now that some of those projects have like hit major points where I've freed up some more time, we'll get back to the normal stream and daily newsletter routine, and it'll be fun. So check it out, subscribe, turn on alerts. And check out that free link to join the Discord over on X, okay? We're going to end it here, though, guys, because we're only supposed to do the first hour. I will, like I did today, when I live stream, go live before the market and talk about prep, like I did today, though. That'll be one significant change that there was a lot of requests for, so. And if next live stream you guys just want me to share the trading view, and just the execution of stuff, and management, let me know and we'll do that. These RR premiums are holding up so well into this consolidation. We're up really nicely on ETHA. We're up really nicely on the Oscar swings. I don't know about the Oscar swings we opened the day. ALB up 9% here. Costco up 10%. ETHA, the new swings we bought are up 10%. Oscar's fine. It's just flat right here. We're waiting for this to pull through. Over high a day, those contracts will go nuts. Palantir is fine. We're getting the denial we have. We got to watch this, honestly, more than we watch how the options are doing. SPY's also fine. But over this 15-minute EMA convergence here, if you get a solid break above that, that's when you got to start looking to size down and then eventually exit over the high a day. Okay, cool. I think everyone's same page there. We're going to end the stream. Love you guys. God bless. Good luck on the market. I think everyone's same page there. We're going to end the stream. Love you guys. God bless. Good luck on the market.